Hi there, it's Kathy Howes with BeCreativeWithKathy.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and I like to share Stampin' Up! Products and stamping with you here on my Facebook and my YouTube channel. So if you like what you see today, please, of course, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff just to give me a little bit of support. I always appreciate that. But I was working on my paper pumpkin from December 2023. It's called All the Best, and I thought I'd show you some tips and tricks that I did. So if you're not into paper pumpkin, you might even learn something that you can carry over into your other stamping. At least I hope you do in this video here. But before I go on, I want to show you real quick my February card class. Now, my February card class is a fancy fold. All of these are cased from other demonstrators. So look how cute these cards are. This is, like I said, I think it's called a gatefold pop-up card. This one, in fact, I know Glenda Mullet sent me a Christmas card that looked like this, and I turned it into a happy birthday card. We'll be using that Be My Valentine punch bundle, but we're not going to make Valentine cards because the card kit won't go out until February 19th or something like that. But if you want all the information, you need to be on my email list. So if you're not, look at that. That's called a stadium fan gallery, stadium fan card something. I don't even know the names of them, but that's really cute. And then the last card is, phew, we made all those other ones. Let's just do a simple, cute little card. So those are my cards. And like I said, if you want the information on there, you need to get on my email list. So just send me a message here. Just let me know somewhere. I can add you to my email list and forward it to you, and that has all the information you need for my card classes. Okay, let's go back to Paper Pumpkin. So Paper Pumpkin is a card kit that comes to your door every month. I love Paper Pumpkin because it's crafting with no brain work, and the cards are great. Paper Pumpkin improves every month, although I don't see how it could get better, but yet it seems to. The first kit that you order from Paper Pumpkin, you'll get a Paper Pumpkin block, and then you hang on to this to use with all your kits. Now, if you're a stamper like I am, you have Stampin' Up's other blocks in all different shapes and sizes, and I use those. But if you're new to stamping, this is a great way to start because not only in the Paper Pumpkin do you get the block, you also get an ink spot every month. This one happened to be Pebbled Path, and you get a stamp set every month. Excuse me, and all the consumables to make your projects. So like I said, that's just a great way to start with your stampin' habits, I guess, or your stampin' craft, whatever. This kit happened to come also with a little box that you can put your cards in and give them away as a gift. Now I'm going to save my little box and my little belly band. Whoops, it looks like this. So that when I need a gift, I can just take this and throw a few cards in there. It'd be a quick, simple, but yet really, really nice gift. And then I have one tag for some reason left over. But, oh, not but. It also comes with all the adhesives and usually some bling. Now, I don't know if you can see the bling. I thought it was really pretty. They kind of have a blue tint to them. That's what I have left over from doing my kit. I have a few more projects that I'm going to do. A couple that I'm going to share with you today. So let me show you what my cards so far look like. Let me leave the instructions out because, excuse me, this card here, I've already given that away. It's already been in the mail a long time ago. I sent it to some new Paper Pumpkin subscribers as a thank you. But these cards here more or less match these two here. Now, I didn't want to cover up this really pretty, I guess, designer series paper with this piece here, which it must be at the bottom of the box. I'll show you in a minute. So I just kept it like this and used those flowers against that designer series paper instead of putting that last layer on there. And I'll use those layers for other cards. Now I did add a little bit of a linen thread bow down here because I thought it needed something on the stem. I like to take my card bases that Stampin' Up! Sends me and cut them down to card fronts, and then I add big, thick, basic white to my cards, so then I have a nice thick card base. But anyway, going on here, show you all my cards. Like I said, that match pretty much what the instructions called for, like this. And then of course you get all the envelopes that coordinate and match too, that some demonstrators like to cut down and use on their cards, but I love a beautiful envelope. I rarely cut mine down. Okay, so when you've got all your cards and you've cut your card bases down, you really have twice as many card bases as you would need to make your cards. So then you're left over with stuff that looks like this. Let me see if I can find one of that, yeah, like this. So let me show you what I did with those. The first thing I'm going to show you is this one. Now this is really pretty gold and white. Can you see the gold foil on there? I thought that was just beautiful. And like I said, it was supposed to cover up this card base, but I didn't want to cover up that card base. So this is what I did with mine. First of all, I took and I cut it down, and I believe this is, yep, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I just like this size for a layer, and I'll show you as we go along. Let me get a piece of scratch paper. Although, no, you know, I don't think I need one, but I will put one there just in case. And then I took my soft pastels. Oh, I forgot to tell you too. Well, I'll tell you later. The soft pastels. Now, my soft pastels are different than what you see in the catalog. I have what we'll call the old version. When Stampin' Up! Did a revamp or a Color Up Fresh, they did away with Mango Melody. So in the new soft pastels, they have Flirty Flamingo, which I think is even better. So someday I'll get rid of these, but look, I've used them and they still look like new, and I couldn't justify buying all new soft pastels just for one color, but I would love to have Flirty Flamingo in mine. I like to get a pack of daubers here, and then I use one dauber per color. So I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow here, and then the Daffodil Delight here. And that's just because those are the colors of the cardstock that I'm going to use. I thought it turned out pretty. So I'm going to take my dauber and my soft pastels, and I'm going to just rub it against that chalk, because that's really what this is just a stick of chalk. And then maybe daub it here a little bit. And then on those leaves, I'm going to just give them some color. I'm going to kind of go in a circular motion. It's going to be kind of messy, kind of like a watercoloring effect, but I think it turns out really pretty on this white and gold paper. Did you notice I can't do two things at once? I can't talk. Well, I can talk because I talk all the time, but I have trouble talking and stamping at the same time. There we go. But you're starting to see how it's doing just a little bit of color on there. Just blow away that those little crumbs or specks of chalk that are on your, and when you get to your desired color, you just stop. And now I'm going to go back to the Daffodil Delight. I thought this added just a little pop of color to those flowers on that white and gold piece. And then I'm going to come with that yellow and get those what I call weeds. I think these are dandelions, which to me is a total weed. There, let's get a lot of Daffodil Delight's pretty light color, and I want a lot of color on there. But this just gives a little bit of color. Maybe a little bit more on that top one. I'm going to scrub really hard on the chalk here. Now you also can take your chalk like this if you want a little bit darker, and I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. This is that, I don't remember what it's called now, but I'm going to just scrape my chalk here, and then this will get it a lot darker. There, look at that color now. I hope you can see it on the, like I said, it's going to be a light color, but it's going to give it that little bit of color that we want to pop. And then when we add the other colors, let's put this all away, to our card layers, it's going to turn out, it'll show up even more. Put one little pop in. See, you can see, I even scraped it and you can hardly see where it was even touched. Poppin' pastels are going to last forever. Okay, so I have my card front there. I've already cut a mossy meadow card base, and I've attached, I just found, this is some crushed curry, and it's embossed. I just found it in my scrap paper and threw it on there. I'm going to take this piece here and then throw some dimensionals on the back just to give it a little bit of lift. Now, did I mention that in your card kit, it comes with usually dimensionals and glue dots? Now, I can't find mine. I've probably used most of them up or put them away with my other ones. But adhesive comes in your Paper Pumpkin too. And I could have used adhesive from the Paper Pumpkin, but like I said, I don't know what I did with it. I probably used it or put it away, used it on another project. I use them all the time. But there you go. Now you can kind of see that color pop on that card base. Very subtle, but that's how I wanted it. I've also cut, where did they go? Oh, here they are. I cut a little piece of mossy meadow, and I've cut a little piece of basic white. Now, I didn't mention this in the beginning. I meant to, I forgot, but I need anniversary cards. So I took my Sentimental Park and that Let's Celebrate Your Anniversary, and that's how I did all of my cards. Like I said, just because I was out of anniversary cards, and I think now I might have enough for the whole year. Let me layer this. I just made it 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it looks like that. And then I'll put a couple dimensionals on the back of this. And then just set this right over those stems down there where it was kind of blank in that one corner. And now look how pretty that is. Now every card needs a little bit of bling. I showed you that the gems that came with the card kit, oh, here we go, have like a little bit of blue in there. And that's not really what I want for this card. So I went and found some sequins that I had. These are the neutrals adhesive back sequins. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and just add some pretty gold. You know, and I think I want one here. There we go. And a little one down here on my greeting. And then let's take one more and just splash it there. And look how pretty that card is. In fact, let's put it right there so it's not, oh, now you don't see the glare from the light. Alrighty, so then for the inside of my card, I took some of that Mossy Meadow and some of that crushed curry and the stamp set. In fact, it has this, let me find a block here. It has that big, I still call it a dandelion. We're going to use that. And then it has these little like floating weeds that, I guess they're seed pods, right, that float around and plant more. But we're going to use those to stamp on the inside of our card. Now, I'd like the stems to be green and the tops of my dandelion to be yellow. So I'm going to take my ink pads like this. I'm going to start with crushed curry just because I think it's a lighter color. And I'm going to kind of look through the block. That's why I like photopolymer stamp sets. And just ink up the top of that flower. And you can see now, hopefully can you see that I only have ink on the top half. And then I'm going to take that bottom half, turn it over and line up. Hopefully my head's not in the camera, but if it is, there you go. But ink that up, and you can watch it. And look, now I have the stem too. I'll do a little bit of Darth Vader and then stamp that down here in the corner. And look how pretty that's going to be. Just like that. Now, looks like I need to re-ink my crushed curry, but look how the two-tone turned out pretty nice, so I'm going to keep that. And then, oops, I think I'm going to do my little seed pods here in some more crushed curry so it looks like they're blowing away. Take that little seed pod and just kind of, really what this does is make it so I don't have to write so much in my card. Fill up a little bit of that blank space. There we go. And that would be the inside of my really pretty card, I think. So that's what I did with this layer of cardstock that I didn't use on my actual Paper Pumpkin cards. Let me show you what I did with this layer. And then this layer I could have used the same way, but I think I'm going to do this with a little songbird. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to save this and do some songbird And you can find that stamp set in the annual catalog if you don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll get some samples made and show you. Maybe I won't. But like I said, I've already done some preparation. I took a card base like this. Now remember, this used to be 8.5 by 11. I cut it down, and this one I believe is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And I've already done some stamping, so I don't have to waste your time or have you watch me stamp. And I used that little stamp set called Hey Chuck. First time I've used this stamp set, I thought it turned out really cute. So I took some of those chickens, I colored them with my Stampin' Blends with a little bit of Poppy Parade. I colored his little skateboard here with just some probably Smoky Slate and some Poppy Parade. Put a little bit of daffodil on their beaks. And I think that looks out really cute, right? Now the Hey Chuck has this It's Your Birthday. I wanted a birthday card. So I stamped that in black on a strip. Now you guys all should have these half strips. If you cut down your paper as card layers, usually you get these half-inch strips of paper. That's all I did, was just use like scraps from my room or from my drawer or my scrap drawer, whatever. So what I did is I stamped that in black, and then I'm going to take a couple dimensionals and I'm going to put it in the center here where that happy birthday is, so it kind of pops that up. Then I'm going to take those backs off and put that, because to me, this up here was too blank. It needed something. So I'm going to put some dimensional right there with my, and then this is a part of the die set that goes with the little chickens, a little sun. I'm going to just put that flat on my card here on the back. There, now it's not so bland up there. And then just fold these over. Let me throw some adhesive on here and some adhesive on here. And then just fold these over. One time, long time ago, Brandy Cox did this on a Christmas card, and I love this idea, and I do it. Well, it comes and goes. You know how you forget about stuff and then you come back? But look how cute that is. Then with just some dimensionals on the back. Well, the dimensionals took forever. And then I'm going to lay that on my thick white card base. Now, since it's got that itty little border, I'm going to go slow because it's not going to have much white shown behind. And I'd like to get it so it has a nice border. How's that? Good enough? Good enough. There you go. And then take, of course, these little oop, that's the wrong, I like this take a pick tool. I like this tip to get those blings off of there. But I'm going to just take two of those little gems and set them right here and one right here. And look how cute it is. So you could do a ton of different things with those two, with these card bases that are left over. In fact, let me show you, because you know those cutest little cows that are in the mini catalog. The stamp set looks like this. It's a punch bundle, so it has a coordinating punch. Look how cute the little cows turned out. And then on the inside, of course, you got to stamp something. So I stamped a little chicken and a birthday card here. And in here, I stamped It's Your Special Day and the little chickens from the cows too. So that's what I did with my December paper pumpkin. I hope I gave you some tricks and ideas that you could do with your paper pumpkin, or even with just your everyday stamping. Here's all my anniversary cards. Look, now I have tons. Like I said, I should have enough for the whole year. Alrighty, if you have any questions, be sure and reach out and let me know. If you want to be on my email list and find out information about my card class, just let me know. Just send me your email address so I can forward that to you. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you back here next Monday. Bye-bye.